Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Let's Read. Today we are going to be diving into the last episode for Order of the Stick. When we last left off, the gang had gone to war, or rather prepared to go to war. Right now the gang is split as Varsuvius is on the ground, everyone else is on the tower, and Roy is in the air fighting an undead dragon. Lots happened, but to start us off for this episode, we have doubling up on the Dans, doubling up on the Mans. First of all, Danimal.
Hey, how you doing? I finally got over my meth problem. Now I love the stuff.
And Milkman Dan, the Australian one.
G'day, fellas.
Our good friend Stanton High.
Hey, let's do this again. Yeah.
As we do every week, our good friend David Aragon.
Hey, what's up, people?
Yay. Naira.
Hello?
And newcomer Soren.
Hello.
And first one to reply, Fly-In, is getting a shot to the face. You leave that shit in 2000. Good. No one laughed at that. No one got it. So that's good.
I feel glad that I missed that one for whatever it was.
Was it a 9/11 joke?
No, it was a High School Musical joke.
Oh.
Sorry.
I thought it was a Superman joke, like, I just flew in and my arms are killing me.
Whackity schmackity doo.
Anyway, as you can tell, we have a bit of a shortened crew, but we will try to make this work. So, here we go.
Alrighty. Here they come! Dump the oil! Wait! Was that oil hot?
No, was it supposed to be?
Why would you pour room temperature oil down on our attackers?
Are you kidding? That was coconut oil.
So?
Coconut oil?
Oh man, that stuff is like 90% saturated fat.
My doctor has me on a low cholesterol diet.
And heart disease runs in my family.
I can't believe that worked.
They'll be back once their leaders remind them that a diet high in soluble fiber, such as oatmeal, can reduce their cholesterol. That's why we need to get over there and reinforce them. Alan, Belka, and Guy, I let you out of prison to fight. You're with me. Argent, I choose you.
Pew, pew.
So he gets to unleash the fury, and I got a freaking wiener dog?
Dude, there's no justice in the world.
Good boy, Argent. Good boy.
Orange, you sorry you decided to invade? Wow, it's fun being halfway competent.
I wouldn't know.
Duck, 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 goose, duck.
Lord Hinjo, there are so many of them. What do we do?
Just keep fighting. Make them pay for every inch. For every one of our soldiers who dies, make them lose 10 or 20. If we can inflict enough damage, they'll be forced to pull back to avoid taking more losses.
Supreme Leader, the divisions scaling the southern wall are taking heavy casualties.
Send a squad of clerics to the south immediately.
Very good, sir. The extra healing may well turn the tide.
Healing? No, they're going so they can zombify our dead. We're the bad guys, remember?
Oh man, I knew I shouldn't have invested all my money in that Goblin Life Insurance Company.
This comic come out right around the time Two Towers came out. Oh no, Two Towers was already out for a while, right?
It's 2007 now.
Oh yeah, it was out for a while. What do you think of my new sword? You might be interested in knowing that it's shatter resistant now too.
Is that supposed to... Hey, my crown!
Let go!
I've been looking everywhere for this. I just assumed it was with my keys wherever they are.
Hey, give me that back.
Let me think about that. No, you would not believe the trouble I went through to get this crown in the first place. I went to steal it from this librarian in Cliffport. It turned out, oops, he was also an archmage. Needless to say, hilarity ensued.
Archmage in Cliffport? Master Phyron? That's what you took from him?
Yeah, that's the name. Man, I killed him good that day.
I can't believe this entire stupid blood oath started over the same magic crown I've been wearing around my neck for months.
Magic? This crown's not magic.
What? Then why steal it? Why kill Master Phyron and his son for?
Well, because it looks cool. Obviously. Here, check it out. Badass. Really badass. Am I right? Am I right?
Oh my gods, I hate you so much.
Jeez, calm down. What's it to you anyway?
Yeah. I think he mentioned it in the first part, but just to recap, yeah, Roy's father swore a blood oath to avenge his master, who was Master Fyron, that Zycon killed. That's the whole reason why Roy is trying to kill Zycon. Anyway,
This sucks. All I want is for my daggers to be cutting into soft, yielding orange flesh. Shalaba no-name Zaki here gets to kill hobgoblins. Why don't I?
Hey, Belker, wanna make 10,000 GP without lifting a finger?
Can I say yes strongly enough?
Keep an eye out while I get something ready over here.
Whoa, is that what I think it is?
Nice eye, yeah. This is the good stuff. High save, DC, constitution damage, the works. Custom bundle per dose.
Sweet. But why waste such a beautifully lethal poison on a bunch of hobgoblins?
I ain't shooting it at the hobgoblins, Belker. I have a slightly more regal target in mind.
Hinjo?
Keep it down. This morning, right after we were let out, a messenger finds me and brings me to that noble Kubota. He promises me 100,000 GP if I kill Hinjo during the battle and make it look like an accident. I figure some sneak attacks made with yellow-fledged taros dipped in poison should do the trick. Even if he survives, it'll slow him down just enough for the hobos to finish him off. It's not my usual area of expertise, but sometimes you gotta break out of your route to get ahead in this world. Now let me know if any of the soldiers start looking over here.
Dude, 10 grand just to watch while your new buddy rubs out that sanctimonious jerk. Can I get a hell yes?
Hell yes.
Hinjo totally screwed you on that prison sentence thing, so now it's payback time.
Belkar, wait! Hinjo promised to remove the mark of justice once and for all after the battle. If he's killed now, you'll never be able to wantonly slaughter innocents again without worrying about whether or not you're standing in a city. Wait, isn't the second guy supposed to be like an angel or something? No, it's just the two of us in the slot. And trust me, you don't want him to come out. The angel doesn't work here anymore.
And stabbing them again, and he's a halfling. He's supposed to be jolly. Why is he jolly? Why is he jolly? If Hinjo bites it, he can get someone else to remove the mark.
What if there's some special thingamabob that only the king can remove?
Magic doesn't work like that, I think. Crap, I don't know.
See, Belkar, is it worth it to risk never being able to knife someone in a tavern fight ever again? No, I don't know that I could live like that. Looks like I'm saving Hinjo's life.
Hinjo got a cooler dog than you did.
I'm gonna kill him myself. No! You have a duty, Belkar, a duty to serve the greater you. Saving a life, though regrettable, is a small price to pay for a whole lifetime of unfettered killing.
Is anybody looking?
No one.
What are you doing?
Now leaving Azure city limits. That is for forcing me to perform a quasi-good act. Gods, and to think I bet on someone's life or death with you. Ugh.
Halt.
You're surrounded, halfling.
Throw down your dagger and surrender.
Wow, this is a new experience for me. I've never had karma work in my favor before.
bonk.
Captain, report.
So far, so good, General. We've lost 3 of the giant soldiers so far, but we now have a line of low-level clerics healing them every few rounds.
And the enemy?
Taking heavy casualties, sir, but they show no signs of slowing down the assault.
That's not a good sign. The hobgoblins I've fought have always been good soldiers. They wouldn't continue a tactic that was meeting with such failure.
General, if I may, I think you are overestimating the intellect of these foul creatures. It is my belief that they are continuing the attack simply because they are not bright enough to devise a strategy on their own. There is no other logical explanation. I feel confident in stating that since the enemy has so far failed to field a credible melee threat for your magically enhanced soldiers, you should have no problem holding the breach for the day.
Sir, we finally have enough corpses to serve as a ramp for your horse.
Then let the reaping begin.
Shing.
And by the 12 gods, that thing just ripped through our front lines.
Not to worry. While I have expended many of my area of effect spells, I did maintain a few single target spells for just such an occasion. Disintegrate. Twice cast spell resistance. almost like the universe is trying to deliberately force some form of arbitrary equality between those of us who can reshape matter with our thoughts and those who cannot.
Zap that horse then, dagnabbit.
Why, it hardly appears to be doing that much.
So he can't use his mounted combat feats on us? Hurry!
Oh, disintegrate.
You try again. Your feeble magics cannot penetrate the unholy radiance of my dark power. I will feast on your entrails this day, elf. Your skull shall serve as my...
W.E. Coyote's law of cartoon inertia. Objects in motion tend to stay at the same altitude until gravity is noticed.
How is your wizard doing? Are they holding the breach?
I don't know, but V is, like, super powerful. I'm more worried about how I'm doing. I'm running out of puns. Thanks for the memories.
Dude, you used that joke 3 rounds ago. You should have said, I don't like those newfangled swords you hobgoblins are using.
Or, if we do not fang together, we'll surely fang apart.
Ooh, that's good. Do you mind if I use that in another battle?
Considering that would imply that you lived through this one, yeah, I mind.
Thunk.
Is that a note?
No, sir.
What did I tell you and Miss Starshine about passing notes in my battle?
That we should be paying attention to who we're fighting.
That's right. Now hand it over.
Oh.
You can get it back when I see you after the battle in my office. I mean, throne room.
Ooh, you are so gonna get detention.
I hope he doesn't notify Roy. Stab, stab, stab. Valkar is outside of the battlefield, so he can now kill everyone. No.
I am a sexy shoeless god of war!
So, do you want to be the one to tell him that he probably won't get any XP from any of them?
Let's draw straws.
Surrender!
Burn.
You bastard!
Your wretched soul shall soon join those of your men.
You'll never take this city while I'm alive, monster.
Terms accepted. And now for you, elf, your end is nigh.
Indeed, I have proven quite unable to consistently overcome your spell resistance, leaving me but one tool at my disposal. My loyal raven familiar, who has naturally been at my side all along. Fly, bird that Miss Starshine named. Distract the horrific undead warrior while I escape to safety. Caw, 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 caw. Screw that. You're on your own, mammal. Cursed bird! I did not realize I accidentally selected chicken rather than raven from the list of familiars.
Choose your doom then, chicken maid. Original recipe or extra crispy? I don't know about you, but I'm starting to wish there was a radio or something in this thing. All this flying around in circles is getting boring.
Maybe if you fought more and complained less, you would... Wait, we're flying in circles?
Ellipses real.
We're heading back down toward the battlefield?
Pretty much.
Land that dragon.
No.
Land it now, or I'll...
Or you'll what? Hold your breath? Cry? Does little fighty whitey want to cry? What the hell did you do that for?
Now you have to land the dragon, or it'll keep flying forever and take us both away from the battle.
Listen, genius. It's a freaking zombie. I control it mentally. It doesn't need ears to hear my commands or eyes to see where it's going. If I want it to turn left and then climb, it just does. Hell, even the reins were there just for show. So your big heroic display of defiance right there actually managed to accomplish no practical effect whatsoever. Absolutely no effect. Look, kid, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I know those paladins have filled your head with that end of the world nonsense, but I'll level with you. I like the world. Some of my best evilness took place here. I wouldn't mind ruling it, in fact. I'm certainly not about to destroy it unless I get really, really bored. And I see you're pretty committed to the whole hero bit, which is okay. Good heroes make great villains, you know. But the thing is, you're just not playing in my league right now. I'm what, 7 levels higher than you? 8 more? So how about we just call this thing a mulligan? I set you down someplace, and you go off and train for a few years, fight a bunch of random encounters, maybe an adventure path or two, have some fun with it. Then you come back, hack your way through my minions, and we have ourselves a good final tussle, Hollywood style. It'll be a hell of a lot more satisfying for both of us, if you ask me.
Are you joking, or are you that stupid?
Excuse me.
My father swore blood oath of vengeance against you. That binds destroy you.
Yeah, fine, but there's no expiration date on one of those. It'll keep.
And what about all the innocents you kill between now and then?
Well, now, hold on. Is this about beating me because I'm evil and dangerous and yada, yada, yada? Or is it about beating me because Daddy will be proud of you if you do?
I'll be the first to admit that I got into this quest for all the wrong reasons, but none of that matters now. You're a threat to the entire world, not just me and my family. But like it or not, you're still my responsibility because I'm the only one here who's willing to be responsible. You might not be out to destroy the physical planet, but living under the heel of a walking villain cliche like you will destroy its soul. If I don't beat you here and now, then soon this screwed up nonsensical world won't exist anymore. There won't be any place left for introverted dwarves or androgynous elves or idiotic bards or greedy rogues or sexy sylphs or hell, even raging narcissistic paladins. Bloodthirsty halflings will probably get along fine though. So in summary, it's a dirty job, but some PC has to do it. Enough with the speeches. Let's get down to brass tacks.
Actually, I was thinking. I was trying to slash. Stop that! Jeez, I'm trying to. Well, okay then. If that's the way you want to be, no skin off my nasal cavity. I should point out 3 factors that I think you fail to fully consider, though. Factor 1, I can fly under my own power thanks to the Overland Flight spell I cast this morning. Factor 2, the zombie dragon that lacks a bite attack isn't especially valuable to me. Factor 3, Meteor Swarm.
Gah! Holy crap! Wait, Roy, concentrate. You're an adventurer. You can weasel your way out of this. Okay, so if V or Durkin had any spells that could help and were paying attention, they would have already cast them by now. You're way out of range for a featherfall anyway. Come on, if this thing can accidentally summon a rhino, there's got to be a giant eagle in there, right? Out of critters. Okay. I don't think I'd be so annoyed if I felt like I slowed him down a bit, but I don't. Hey, Dad, FYI, you might want to mention Meteor Swarm to Julia. Do I have any potions that would help? Delay poison? Shalala oil? Why do I even have these? I mean, if I had any healing potions left, I could drink one and hope for minimal falling damage. But I drank the last one after I took those arrows for Elon. You know, a part of me wants to be mad at him for this somehow, but really at this point, why bother? I hope him and Haley get out of this mess alive and go live happily ever. Wait, Celia's talisman. All I have to do is break it and summon her, and she can fly me away. Oh, that's harder to break than I would have expected. Maybe if I...
Bunk.
Finally, my roll's over. I can go to sleep now.
No, Roy is dead.
Wait, really?
Yes, really. You see the X's on his eyes? He's dead.
Holy.
No.
Yes. This is why I wanted to bring you to this part, and why Danimal needed to be here.
So I could do a shitty job reading dialogue.
No, you did.
Thank you.
I liked it. Roy! Durkin, did you see?
I saw Les. He dropped like a stone. Let me take a closer look.
Does he have the X's on his eyes?
Aye, he's as dead as a doornail, all right.
Durkin, good gods, a little sensitivity. Roy just died. He was your best friend.
Aye, and that is why I'm happy. I know Roy, he probably figured that doing any damage he'd done to Zycon would have made it that much easier for someone else to beat him. That means he died fulfilling his duty, just like a dwarf. I cannot be sad knowing my friend got such a worthy death, though I admit that hitting the ground might have been a wee bit ignominious.
Roy is dead. I failed him.
What? How?
I should have had some sort of arrow that could hurt Zycon. I mean, I knew he was a lich. I should have looked it up. I'm a rogue. I should have been able to sneak a look at the monster manual. I could have done that for a friend.
Lass, you can dwell on that now. You're second in command. That means that right now you're our leader. We need it. Keep it together for the team. Now, what are your orders?
Why did he have to be so stupid and go jump on a moving dragon? What's he trying to impress?
Lass, listen to me. Listen! There was nothing we could have done. Roy was a smart guy. He knew the risks and accepted them. You couldn't have talked him out of doing what was right any more than I could have talked you out of swindling the rich.
I guess you're right.
Of course I am. So what we're going to do is I'll do our best to win the battle, so we can honour the sacrifice he made with the eyes wide open.
Okay, let's beat this army for Roy.
That's the spirit. After all, it was now like Roy was expecting there to be some sort of soft, comfy cushion waiting for him when he fell.
Wait, why do I feel like we were supposed to be somewhere?
Just eat your brunch.
Running jokes. Everyone remembers them. Oh man, Roy, why? I know I called you meanie mad sometimes, but I never wanted your mean head to hit the ground. Han, we need to win this battle if Durkin is going to have any chance of raising Roy from the dead.
I didn't prepare the spell today, seeing as how it is hard to cast in the middle of battle anyway, and the dead don't get much deader if you wait a day.
That means we have to drive the hobgoblins off before then. You need to keep fighting. How am I supposed to come up with puns now? I'm totally bummed out and stuff. Then sing, Alana. Sing a bard song for Roy. Okay. Oh, buddy Roy, the lich came calling from round to round and in the air this day. And though we have all found ourselves a falling, 'tis you and Splat and we're okay. But come ye back when Ray's dead has been cast. After cash for diamond dust we pool. 'Cause we'll be here tomorrow after breakfast. Oh, buddy Roy, you're pretty. But if tomorrow it turns out we got smacked down, if we're dead, our hit points worn away, then sorry, dude, he won't come back. Won't be coming back now. One death sucks, but 6 spells to heal. I won't see you in the afterlife in that case, because you're lawful and chaotic good am I, and I don't think they'll let me hang at your place. Oh, buddy Roy, why did you die?
Beautiful.
I think there's something in my eye. Ah!
Got it out for you.
Oh, guy I killed. The ground is cold. Catchy tune. Okay, time to stop fooling around with the city wall and get right at this castle. Sorry, guys, no time for the usual banter. I'm running late. Looks like I'm gonna have to zap and run. Wait, I can't. I want to help you. I'm not really with them. I want to be evil. Let me join your side. I think we might have a few entry-level positions. Do you have your resume on you?
Traitor!
Trained as a mystic thurge, with 2 years experience as an intern grave robber. Yes, sir, I love the undead. I mean, I really love the undead. Hey, now, let's keep things professional. I'm not one of those disgusting biophiliacs. Well, kid, let's see what you've got. Hit me with your best negative energy spell. I could use some healing. Inflict critical wounds. Nice. Okay, Miss Tsukiko. Miss Tsukiko, you're gonna fill out these payroll forms and drop them off with the goblin in the red cloak. Welcome to Team Evil. First job is to kill everyone on the castle parapets and animate as many as you can as undead. With pleasure, sir. Not too much pleasure. We have a schedule to keep. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a throne room to find. It's on the 8th floor. Now come here, you oppressive sons of bitches. I'm gonna rip off your evil, a growth industry. We're always hiring. Ding! 8th floor, men's outerwear, sporting goods, and rifts in the fabric of the universe.
What the hell is he doing?
I wonder if Zycon has any sisters, too.
Why is he going for the gate now? The element of surprise has been completely blown. What possible reason could he have for attacking the gate instead of waiting for the army to move in?
Time for some fun. Excuse me, would you care to make a donation to the Save the Paladins funds? It's tax deductible.
Sapphire Guard, attack!
Follow the bouncing ball, children.
Smite, evil.
Meteor. Are you absolutely certain that you shouldn't be paying attention to the bouncing ball?
What did you do? What sort of trick is this?
Nothing really. I just described a symbol of insanity on one of those super bouncy balls and flung it into the middle of your troops back there.
Symbol of insanity? No! Can you fix this? Can you dispel it somehow?
No, sir, I don't have the right spells, but if it comes down to it, destroying the gate itself would prevent it from falling. Yeah! Smart kid. That's a pretty good plan, don't you think?
Wait, stop. What are you doing?
I am sorry. I need to destroy the gate, or all is lost.
I'll hold him off. You get to the throne.
Bing. Paralyzing touch. I tell you, ugly, nothing's funnier than false hope. You really thought you had a chance there for a second. I mean, sure, I could have just blasted you all from above with fire and lightning and such, but I've always felt that when it's really important, it's worth it to go that extra mile. Don't you agree? Oh, 12 gods, what have I done?
Oh god, she's committing suicide?
Yes, because they're paladins. And they just killed each other. She killed her fellow brothers in insanity.
Hinjor, lad. Zycon has entered the castle. I know.
So, ugly, who do you think I should zombify first? I think I'll start with the girls. Strike me as the type to get more offended by that.
Those paladins are mid-level. They didn't stand a chance against them. I know. We have to get up there and... Durkin, there are some secrets that are only known to the ruling family of Azure City until now.
You know, I can't wait to see the look on Red Cloak's face when he sees this.
Arise, my children.
I pray to the 12 gods that my friends can stop Zycon before even one of them dies, but I honestly don't expect it. They knew when they received their orders that they might be called on to give their lives for the cause.
He swore that trick would never work.
Only the honor of a paladin is unbreakable.
There is a reason we only stationed paladins of the Sapphire Guard in that room today. The truth is that they are not there to guard the gate alone.
What? Oh, no, that's...
Even by death itself.
Wait, do you hear a voice?
They are there as reinforcements.
Ghost martyrs of the Sapphire Guard, attack!
Huh, I could drink the healing potion, but then I would lose his kick-ass battle damage. Jeez, I bet a guy like Hinjo's never had to make a tough decision like this. Ah well, there's still a lot of bad guys who haven't screamed for mercy yet today. Oh, and the plucky halfling sixth the landing, ladies and gentlemen. The judge is sure to like that.
Yeah! Are you going to attack me next?
Nah, I usually don't bother with the undead. They're no fun to kill.
Oh, phew, that's a relief. I was really getting scared there for a moment. This decoy job has really got me on edge.
Wait, you're an undead that gets scared? Well, that changes the equation considerably. I haven't worked out all the math yet, but I can estimate the answer as you're screwed.
Stay back! I can shoot fireballs and fear beams out of my magical eye gems.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. So what are you going to do about that, huh?
2 rounds later.
Now, fireball!
Yes, sir, Mr. Beaterleaf.
Good boy.
Improvise.
So, am I going to get Devour or something soon?
Haven't decided yet.
Oh, come on.
Oh yes, that will work. What mortal can resist the siren song of, "Aw, come on"?
Our southern commanders have just reported. Between the forces on the wall and rumors of some sort of tiny fire-breathing avatar of death, the troops are being slaughtered.
Uh-huh.
What should I tell them?
Tell them to suck it up.
What?
Fine. Tell them to press the attack. Keep scaling the walls. Keep on chucking.
Supreme Leader, that will only increase casualties.
A distinct possibility, yes. They're only there to kill as many humans as possible before the Northern Army takes the city anyway. I didn't really expect any of them to come back alive. Frankly, I have more important things to worry about. Like why they haven't fired their catapults yet.
Look out! I regret to report that I am no longer fit for duty.
Wait,
Supreme.
I can heal you. He pushed me out of the way. He saved my life.
Boss, Supreme Leader, I will relay your orders now.
What the hell is wrong with me? What the hell is wrong with me? I've been sending you off to die like lemmings, but you're goblins. I'm the High Priest of the Dark Ones. It's my job to shepherd the goblin people, all the goblin people. And I've been killing you off because of a childish grudge. Oh my god, I'm turning into Zygon. What have I let myself do? It's like I'm some sort of racist.
Well, you do hate humans a lot.
Yes, but I hate humans of all breeds equally. That makes me a speciesist. I have to stop this. I need to stop the senseless death. General, belay those orders. Have the entire force scaling the walls withdraw. Order them to join us en route.
Sir, are we retreating?
Retreating? No. What the Extended Summon Monster 7. To sound the retreat now would further dishonor the sacrifices of every hobgoblin that has died here. I may not be able to change the fact that I ordered them to their deaths. I can damn well make certain they weren't in vain. Order every hobgoblin, zombie, ghoul, or whatever else we have to charge that breach in the wall and to not stop until they can feel the ocean spray on their faces. We're going to win this war now!
Why does everyone get a new pet to ride and I don't?
Come on!
That's the last school, I think.
The hobos are breaking off on the southern end of the city. We should have reinforcements in less than 10 minutes.
Then we did it. Haha. We held the breach.
Quick, someone get up there and check on the enemy.
Guys, I think you should come see this.
That's the whole army.
Are they running at us?
It would appear so. Screw that.
What?
You heard me. I quit. I'm not dying so Shoujo's nephew can play the heroic knife who goes down fighting the good fight.
Me?
Yeah, who was the girl up top?
It was David.
Then we did it.
Okay.
You know, he's right. I watched my brother and my best friend get eaten by ghouls today, and my best friend's fiance got eaten too by a hobgoblin. I'm done. I'm getting out of here while I still can.
Yeah, why should I die for a city where the nobles can just relax on their giant yachts while the common people fight for them?
And
Me?
Milkman.
Okay. Never would I have happened if Shoujo was around, I tell you that.
Yeah, he might have been a nut, but he kept things running.
What are you doing? We have to defend our homeland.
We have to defend ourselves too. And right now that means being anywhere else.
You cowards! Deserters!
Get back here and honor your ancestors.
Let's get the hell out of here!
I know some caves we can hide in.
I heard that there are still boats at the docks.
Wait up!
What about you, wizard?
I have expended most of my magic. I have no potions or scrolls left, and but a single spell remaining.
You're an elf, right? Pick up a bow and get ready then.
There is a vast gulf between being proficient in a weapon and being good. There is nothing more I can do.
What spell do you have left anyway?
Invisibility.
We could use that to maybe... Oh,
I am sorry.
yeah.
Okay then. All the rest of us who are too dumb to run, let's show these orange bastards what it means to be an Azurite.
Yeah!
Hell yeah!
Holy.
This is war.
Hurry, they need us at the breach. Argent, run as fast as you can.
I know I was ordered to withdraw, but I haven't gotten my recommended daily value of dead heroes yet. Hukaba's got to stay healthy, you know. Poison.
Argent, I'm sorry, friend. Looks like I must send you back to the celestial realms to purge the poison from you. And as for you, nobody invades my city. And absolutely nobody hurts my dog.
Gah! Yeah! Arm!
I can make any saving throw you can dish out, skeleton. Smite evil. Ah!
Daimyo Kubota senses a god. Is it too early to say Lord Kubota?
It does have a nice ring to it.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Now, the city is being invaded as we speak.
Yes, and when House Kubota
Kubota.
Kubota Yes, and when House Kubota recaptures it from the hobgoblins next week, the people will cheer.
The daimyos believe strongly in long-term planning.
Fine, I can fight the two of you wherever you came from.
Ninjas?
We've been standing next to you for like 4 hours.
Hey, no kill stealing!
Hey, you got your hatred of all that's good and pure in my contract killing.
Well, you got your contract killing and my hatred of all that's good and pure.
You want to fight? There's only one ninja left, and that means I'm death incarnate.
Bring it on, little boy Blue.
Gentlemen, as the only neutral party who doesn't care which one of you gets the kill, I think I have a fair compromise. I call my proposal Giant Dwarf with a Hammer.
That doesn't make any...
Sorius took so long to catch up, short legs. You were 15 feet tall. Aye, and you'd think it wouldn't matter, but it never seems to work out that way. As I ran, I prayed to Thor to grant me extra speed. Heal. But I guess he's off listening to some other cleric today.
Okay, we'll stay up in the northern lands and leave you guys in the south alone. Just relax, get some catnip. Rawr. Jeez, I mean, you bend the rules for a follower one time, and they never let you live it down.
Ooh, doggy.
Dad, don't pet it. You don't know where it's been.
Welcome to scenic Azure City, men. Legions 12, 15, 22, and let's say 47. You're with me.
The rest of you, continue your march and eliminate all opposition. Oh, sorry. How will we take that castle's walls with only 4 legions?
General, it's important to realize that there are plans of which I haven't yet informed you. I mean, I'm not going to tell you every single little strategy that I've devised in advance. Some things have got to be a surprise, don't you think?
Oh,
Scroll
fuck,
down.
I forgot to scroll down. Oh, yeah. What the?
No!
Sir, why didn't we just do that with the city wall?
Less likely to have worked. They guard the first line of defense a lot better than the second line. Also, if we had done it then, we wouldn't have been able to do it again now. Sometimes you have to leave a few things in reserve, just on the off chance that you start winning.
Weren't there a whole lot more good guys before? Dead or deserted?
The palace gate be open. No, we can't let those goblin leaders get in the palace.
How can we stop them? There's civilian hobgoblins in the way.
Durkin, do you have any spells that can reach that far? Nay, lad, nay prepared.
I can do it. Haley, that's like way outside your sneak attack range. But it's not outside my longbow range. I don't need to kill him in one shot. I just need to peg him hard so that he looks over here and sees a bunch of high-level PCs. Then he can come over and fight us instead of going into the castle. Shoot the goblin on the red elephant. Wang. Thunk, 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 thunk. What the hell? One of them should have hit.
Lass, it were an awful difficult shot.
Exactly. It was totally dramatic. How did I miss?
I think maybe you'd be spending too much time with Elan.
I mean, why spend 4 panels watching the arrow if it wasn't going to do anything?
You got someone's attention all right, just not the right someone's.
Oh man, Roy's butt would sure come in handy right now.
I like that one, butts and pegging.
Oh.
Fire!
And if I do, get it? Because he said fire, and then you used a fireball, and now they're all dead.
Yes, sir. Very funny, sir. Please don't hurt me.
Relkar, you came back to help us.
Actually, all the hobgoblins ran into the city, and I just followed them. So it's more of a prey migration thing, really. I'd love to kill them all for you, but my friend can only fireball every so often, and someone decided to keep a spell on me that prevents me from killing inside the city, Hinjo.
Lass, the ones that lived are starting to recover focus.
Ow, I noticed. We need to get out of the spotlight unless we want PC to stand for pincushion. As current leader of the Order of the Stick, it is my solemn duty to call for the execution of our oldest, most reliable strategy. Run!
You too, sir.
Take cover in the tower.
Hey, wait for me! Well, it's better than being out there, but I don't like being trapped in a tower.
We're not trapped. There's a tunnel out of here on the ground floor.
It leads to the castle? Perfect. We can sneak into...
Cure light wounds. No, it leads to the armory that builds and services the catapults, about 6 blocks away. We thought a tunnel that led directly to the castle was too risky.
I guess that's something, but what we really need is a way to get into that palace to keep Zycon from getting his bony hands on that gate.
Agreed. But if the hobos think we're in here, they'll just break down the door and eventually cure the light wounds.
I have an idea. Alon, follow me.
Take a squad of men up there and get into that tower. I don't want anyone hiding in
Hello,
it.
nice hobgoblins. My name is Hinjo. I am here right now.
I am Haley. I too am here.
We are all here right now and definitely not somewhere else.
Alon, you put yourself in the wrong clothes. Whoops, I forgot.
There they are. Shoot them.
Honey, you have to make them react to the arrows or it's going to spoil the illusion. Oh, right.
Ow.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Oh my, in my death stagger, I am accidentally falling over the edge of the wall.
Me too. It sure would be a waste of time to search for our bodies. Work. Definitely. Can you be sure?
Have the troops spread out through the courtyard. I want the palace surrounded. I'll handle these guys.
Halt! I am the high priest of the 12 gods.
Yeah, well, I'm the high priest of the Dark Ones, so you can kiss my green ass, human.
I propose that we let the titanic magic of our respective deities determine this contest. Let us duel cleric against cleric until only one of us lives.
Earlier today, I would have told you to get bent since my side is already winning and I have nothing to gain and everything to lose. However, dueling will save the lives of any hobgoblins your spells would have killed, so I guess you've got yourself a deal.
Then let us begin the ultimate duel between clerics. Blindness.
Made my saving throw. Poison.
Made my saving throw. Bestow curse.
Made my saving throw. Slay living.
Made my saving throw. Hold monster.
Wait, you get that spell?
Low domain.
Nice. Oh, and made my saving throw. Plane shift.
Made my saving throw. Plane shift.
Made my saving throw. Copycat. Destruction.
Does a 21 save?
No.
Crap.
Truly, there has never been a more spectacular display of magic in the annals of warfare.
Yeah, we really blew the special effects budget on that one. Watch it. I think you stepped in, cleric. Chlorine elemental! Kill all the humans in the courtyard!
Kill all humans.
Excuse me. Zycon said I'm supposed to drop some paperwork off with you.
What? Who the hell are you?
I'm Tsukiko, Mystic Thurge. I'm on your team now.
You've got to be kidding me. Putting aside for a moment the staggeringly high probability that you're some kind of Azurite double agent, do you actually expect me to believe that Zycon stopped in the middle of a battle to conduct a job interview?
Red Cloak, check it out. I totally conducted a job interview in the middle of a battle. Love Zycon.
Look, I'm pretty busy at the moment. I'll deal with this later.
I'm pretty sure Zycon wanted you to deal with it now.
Well, what Zycon wants and what's a good idea tend to diverge significantly.
That's okay. He's inside here, right? I'll just follow you up and we can ask him.
Ooh, I'm sorry. This party is invitation only. And you're not on the list. If you have any questions, you'll have to take it up with my assistant. His name is 15d6 points of whirling death for humans.
Fine. Where can I find him?
Right here. Blade barrier.
Ah! Hey! I am so telling Zycon about this.
Yeah, don't forget to mention the elemental.
Huh? Mention what about the elemental?
Lawns. Kill all humans.
I knew I made the right call staying in prison. That Suko chick is getting her ass kicked by an elemental. It's so much safer up here.
Shout! Thunk. Well, now really, what did you expect after a line like that? Dog, give me a boost. I think I can squeeze up there.
Dog always dreamed of being footstool. Dog never thought dream come true. Eat everything dog imagined and so much more.
Charm person, give me your sword.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks. I guess I'm lucky you really needed a katana.
I prefer long swords, actually. He sure is taking a long time out there.
Nail only been gone for 4 panels.
Dog, when someone in a comic strip says he sure is taking a long time, it indicates that time has passed between panels.
Oh, Sabine smart.
Nail, there you are. Interesting trivia fact, the god with the keys apparently had a higher than average will save.
Talk free as the wind.
I missed you so much, baby. Me too. Now let's get out of here. What about the ex-paladin? Do we spring her? Honey, she snapped your neck. That better. No, no other prisoners. She can find her own way out. I'm sick of dead weight on this team. I mean, Pompey, what was I possibly thinking? So, are we going to find the Order of the Stick and kill them? As much as it seemingly violates the linear guild charter, not today, dear. There are already way too many characters involved in the action here. My brother, his followers, Zycon, his followers, the paladins, the ex-paladin, probably a few D-listers we don't even know about. If we stuck around here, we wouldn't get nearly the amount of spotlight that we, as major recurring villains, deserve. Besides, why turn this into a three-way struggle for Soon's Gate when there are 2 other perfectly good gates out there waiting to be found? Let them fight over this one. We'll sneak off and capture another. Don't you agree? Oh, sorry, I kind of got distracted. So does that mean we're giving up on revenge? Don't be silly. The never-ending escalation of petty revenge will continue, but at a more prudent time and place. And where are we going? Shopping. Thog and I left all of our magic items back in Cliffport. After that, wherever our evil schemes take us, my dear. Which apparently will include another ice cream parlor. Baby.
Hooray!
Make sure all the entrances are blocked. Zycon should have seized the throne room by now.
Why won't you die? Why won't you die again? You stupid friggin' ghost things!
Should have been being the key phrase. Come on.
What took you so long? I tell you, most of them just sting a little, but the dude with the Fu Manchu really packs a wallop.
Zycon, are you okay?
I already tagged a bunch, but there's still a ton of them left. Suckers are tough.
Harm, now make that last. That's my last one. Wait, were you using fire and lightning to fight them?
Yeah, why?
Sir, that stuff only has a 50% chance of affecting incorporeal creatures at all.
Well, how am I supposed to remember that? Like I said, I read the rules on special abilities.
Actually, I don't think they are ghosts. I don't even think they're undead. They look like some sort of positive energy spirit, probably homebrewed or cribbed off of another campaign setting. Do you have any uses of rebuke undead left?
I thought you said they weren't undead.
They're not, but you know how a
No.
negative energy spell like harm heals the undead. If a good cleric can turn or destroy undead by channeling positive energy,
Then we should be able to channel our negative energy to turn or destroy these positive energy spirits. Brilliant, Supreme Leader.
Did you 2 nerds come up with a plan yet? I'm running out of spells above 5th level.
Turn undead.
sort of.
Sir, mine didn't work. Ah!
Mine did. I think the throne room is consecrated and you're not high enough level to overcome its effects. Okay, get out of here and keep the other hobgoblins from coming in until I give the all clear.
Sir, look out! Oh, this is me again. Bearer of the Crimson Mantle, too long has your evil threatened the world. Your death here today shall end your wretched kind's threat forever.
Funny, I was thinking the exact same about the Sapphire Guard. Interesting.
So, any ideas on how we should fight Stash Boy, whoever he is?
Soon.
I prefer to know right now. Right now, thanks.
No, I mean, that's his name.
What is?
Soon.
Look, if you don't want to tell me his name yet, fine. We really should find a way to beat him.
My negative energy didn't affect him directly. He probably has way too many hit dice, but he did seem to be stunned when his lackeys were poofed. I can keep turning them, but I need you to keep the leader, occupied while I do it.
With what? I'm low on high-level spells, and you said fire and lightning don't work right.
Try magic missile.
Have you lost your green mind? That's like my single weakest spell.
But it deals force damage, which should be effective against incorporeal creatures.
Oh, really?
I'll handle the cleric. You keep whittling at the lich.
Hey, Paladin dude, do you know what the best part about killing the entire Sapphire Guard was? Neither do I. I was actually paying attention when I did it. Maximized magic missile.
Undead abomination.
Ah! God damn it! I forgot how much pain tends to hurt.
And now for Miko Miyazaki to make her appearance on the scene. Mighty 12 gods, I have emptied my thoughts so that I might pray to you. First, I give thanks to you for removing the irritating distractions and the endless blather from this prison. I was getting nowhere trying to meditate around them anyway. I ask now that you help me to understand your divine will. I know you have a grand destiny in store for me, but for some reason it has recently become more difficult to see what it might be. I'm sure it was not your intent to send mixed signals, however. I pray that you show me a sign, something that will tell me what my role is in this, our people's darkest hour. I understand. You clearly did not desire me to be imprisoned, or you would not have allowed the bars to become cracked when the castle sustained damage. I take the fact that I am currently leaving the prison to be further proof that it is the will of the gods that I escape. Well, surely if they wanted me to remain, they easily have the power to stop me. Therefore, I can only conclude that the gods want me to continue my mission I was engaged in when I was somehow defeated, specifically the punishment of the Order of the Stick for their betrayal of Azure City. No sign could be clearer than... My city. My beautiful city. My beautiful blue city. Oh, my shapes. My squares and rectangles. And one lone tree. By the 12 gods, I swear that the Order of the Stick will pay for their part in this. Come on, you sissy. Is that the best you can do? Your ma hits better than that, and could grow better facial hair. That was the Lich's voice. I'm sure of it. The Order's punishment will have to be delayed. The safety of the gate comes first. My oath to protect it does not fade just because Hinjo tries to remove me from my rightful position. Once again, it appears that Greenhilt will escape the fate he has so richly deserved since the day he sided with that evil halfling. Just a reminder, Roy is still super dead.
Hey, the Supreme Leader said to stay here.
We should be helping him.
Yeah!
Those are the positive energy spirits now, not flesh and blood humans. You can't hit them with non-magical weapons like that. Trust me, we're a lot safer staying right.
Well,
It all makes sense now. I understand what I need to do. The path is clear. Hey, did anyone else get that foreboding feeling right? Guys? No, we are not launching ourselves into the throne room using the catapult. Instead,
Why the hell not?
because we don't know how to aim a catapult that precisely.
Right. And that's why we fling the two nameless soldiers first, so we can see where they splat and adjust our aim accordingly.
Oh,
I mean, seriously, do I have to think of everything around here?
what's hilarious here is you think that you can actually destroy me. Go ahead and pound my buddy into dust. I'll just grow a new one later.
I suppose it would be prudent to kill the goblin who is carrying your phylactery around his neck as well, then. I may not be able to smash it myself due to my insubstantial nature, but I can instruct the first human to enter the room about the particulars.
Red Cloak, stop whipping that thing around and get the hell out of here.
What? But I'm done.
Let's do it. Go, go. Ah!
Smite evil. Smite evil.
Hey, Red Cloak, you really had a shot at the prize there for a minute.
Yeah, we did.
Miko Miyazaki, now fulfill the divine destiny that the 12 gods have revealed to me.
No, Miko, you don't need to.
I think that's our exit cue.
And with that, that was the seal that was holding the rift, and now... And then Alon and I knock on the front door dressed as wandering cheese sellers. Everyone knows hobgoblins can't resist a fine Gouda.
What the hell was that racket? Wait, that noise. I need to see the castle.
Hey!
Oh,
The gate. Student's gate has been destroyed.
Along with the local property values, looks like.
I suppose it would be too much to hope that any villains died in that blast, right? Hey, look, Zycon and the goblin managed to escape from the explosion. I guess Ochul did what he had to, shatter the gate in order to keep Zycon from seizing it.
do you think any of your friends could have survived an explosion like that?
No, assuming many were still alive to begin with, none of them would have risked destroying the gate unless all hope was lost. Ochul, old friend, looks like we'll share that drink someday, after all.
Yes, Mr. Dragon. It was awfully rude of them not to let me in their stupid old battle. An unexpected guest. This is the best tea party ever.
Hey, buddy, this is a smoke-free establishment.
Hello, Miko.
Lord Soon, I did well, didn't I? Did what the gods wanted. That's why you're here, right? Thank me.
You have done adequately. By destroying my gate, you have ensured that it can no longer be used for evil purposes. You fulfilled your oath to defend this one gate. Technically, had you been less hasty, however, I might have ended Zykon's threat permanently.
Destroy him now. You can still fly after him.
Our oaths to defend this gate was all that bound our souls this world. The gate shattered, my spirit can no longer influence this world. Even now, we are filled with the celestial realm. We will usher you to your destination as well.
Really? Does that mean I get to be a paladin again?
No, I'm truly sorry, Miko. But redemption requires more than simply the execution of your duty, even if you follow that to the end. True redemption demands that you seek forgiveness for your past misdeeds, that you atone for the actions that caused the 12 gods to turn away from you, that you even acknowledge that you could in fact be wrong. You have done none of this. Perhaps if you had more time, but then again, perhaps not. Redemption is a rare and special thing after. It is not for everyone.
Well, will I get to see Windstriker again?
Of course. He has been waiting for you. He will visit you as much as he is able.
Okay then. I can live. And that's as good a time as any to stop.
Miko, no.
He did
Mika, yes.
it. Mikey, no.
All you need is the lower half. I mean,
Hell yeah.
Deleted.
I wouldn't even know what to do with it if I had it.
Uh-huh.
Danimal, I don't know what it is, but every time you read the lines of the guy underneath the umbrella, it just puts a smile on my face.
It's perfect.
Good.
It is a
Because
very
that's
funny voice.
exactly how he's supposed to sound.
The old man voice is good too.
I guess I'm just naturally dumb.
So now that we have reached the end of the Azure City, the war for Azure City, rather, what do you guys think? Danimal, you're the one person who's been with us throughout this whole thing, unless you missed one and I forgot.
I think I missed one.
Oh,
And you forgot.
Oh well, typical. What do you think of this segment?
Honestly, I think this whole battle's been kind of boring and way too wordy.
It's just how we like it here. Fair enough. All the explanations. David, how do you feel?
Sleepy.
And about the comic? What?
That's all right. My feelings haven't changed that much. Still like it.
Milkman Dan, you were here for last episode, I know. So how do you think about this whole scene?
Yeah, I like it. I didn't even sort of click that it was D&D-ish until this time for some reason. I don't know why. I'd never played D&D, but I'm tempted to now.
He missed all of the 12d6 damage on humans thing and all the other spell references. It's good.
I could almost tell that they were like I could tell that they were references, so I could see like that they were, where the humor was, but yeah, due to not
My
playing,
eyes glazed over, and I just nodded along.
Yeah.
Naira, the underutilized Naira. How do you feel about this segment?
So the last one I was on, I thought was just pure cringe. This
Yeah.
one, it still had some cringe, but I actually enjoyed the section. I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah. This is where it starts to show its balls. And because it killed Roy. Speaking of which, Danimal, why didn't you telling me you had you thought it was boring when Roy died?
You know, I think Roy's a pretty boring character.
Mean.
I agree.
Look, someone has to be the straight man.
Yeah, there's nothing more boring than a goody two shoes.
But you. Oh, they'll be so bored when he.
No, is that a whole thing that he like goes to the afterlife and?
Yeah. Also, spoiler alert: you can resurrect people in this game.
Oh God.
They did reference it in the comic.
To be fair, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of effort, and it takes them like half a book to. Or no, it takes the whole fucking book for them to get there, and that's where all the character is. But anyway, Stanton, how do you feel?
Well, I'm gonna go against the curve here and say that Dan or Don or Dude or whatever the fuck his name
Danimal
was,
or Milkman Dan?
Danimal's character, whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah.
Roy?
Roy, yeah.
Yes, Roy. I'm gonna go into the grain and say I was really surprised they killed off Roy. Like, yeah, he's kind of a boring character, but like he's the main fucking character. Like
he's the foil.
Yeah, they could just kill him off like that. Like, it's fucking, by the way, you fell off a dragon and died in one panel. What? Come on, man. Like,
well, that was, to be fair, that was a really long panel.
It was a really long panel, and it was really pointless. And he died in a very Roy way, going, oh, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can. No, I can't do this. And then he just dies.
Yeah, because that's exactly what everyone thinks. Like I said, this guy is smart, and it's like it's a nerd writing for nerds, and he knows that the nerds are thinking, well, he could have fucking done this. He could have pulled out any fucking some of the animals from his bag of critters that he had in back on the way back here. No, that don't work. Maybe he could break that talisman. No, he's not strong enough to do that. It's a little harder.
Oh God, man. That sounds like writing for this is just one mega super huge pain in the ass.
I give the man a lot of props because he manages to do it and do it very well.
Yeah, it's just I wouldn't know if there's like holes in it because I don't know, but
yeah.
I mean it's kind of working, so I guess he's not winging it completely. So like there's that, I guess, but I mean I thought this could have been way more climactic and dramatic of a scene, but I guess
well, you can't spend forever in a war.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
otherwise,
I'm not saying like add more time. Just saying like they could have been put together in a more dramatic way, with more of a better time crescendo, with everyone charging. It just seemed kind of like, oh, and all of a sudden now there's hundreds of thousands of people that were just chilling in the background the whole time. It's like, well, wait, what the fuck is this? It doesn't make sense, and it just could have been put together more realistic, at least more interestingly.
Yeah, I think that's a problem with the pacing, which I'd like to bear in mind with all things. This is, of course, a serial comic that I think, I think it updated weekly or at least twice a week. No, probably weekly, because there's like sometimes 2-page updates. But so I'd like to mention how every page that we've read, someone had to wait a week to read them. And so that's where you get the people who get to overthink and think of like, oh my God, how did this happen? How can this work out? What will happen? And thus, catering towards those people. And it does a good job of also being able to perform that well. There's of course shortcomings, but that's not. It's not that big of an issue that it's not enjoyable.
Fair enough.
Or not.
Well, considering it was made in 2007, it's actually a lot funnier than I thought it would be.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. Soren, new guest. What do you think of Order of the Stick?
I really appreciated Red Cloak's ability to pull schemes out of nowhere with the ninja hobgoblins, and his strategy to avoid the player characters will probably serve him well in the future if he keeps at it.
No, they can't. But hey, they think that they killed some PCs, which is a feat that not many hobgoblins have been able to accomplish.
It's too bad they died in the explosion.
Yeah, well, no, they didn't. No. What are you talking about? The hobgoblins won. They all live. Evil wins this day. They occupy Azure. The next few chapters is about Haley and is about them taking over the city. Hinjo escapes and leaves. The party gets split up, and it's all about survival and different little character vignettes and a bunch of growth. In fact, there's 3. So, Danimal.
Yes.
So you're a D&D guy, right? You
I
just
play
said you
D&D.
came out of playing a game.
I play D&D. I wouldn't call myself a D&D guy.
Well, so you know how character alignments work?
You
ever had a character change their alignment?
Not really, no.
2 characters do this. Actually, 3 times. 3 times
really?
a character does this. Well, different characters, but I won't tell you where, who, or when. You'll have to find that out for yourself. Before we exit, though, I'd like to do one last page. If it's not too much, all right? It's just one more. Just one more for the books.
Make it quick.
All right. Roy.
Reckon. Thanks for the assist, but I need to run.
I know. Take this.
A book? I don't think I'm going to have any time for any reading.
You should make time. Since you seemed pretty surprised when your sword healed you.
Huh. Yeah, it's never powered me up like that before.
Would you say you had a deep personal connection to your sword?
You mean besides the fact that my family is literally named after it?
I like to study obscure martial, and I think your sword is what's called a weapon of legacy. It's a kind of very powerful magical item that can arise naturally when a warrior has poured his heart and soul into a single cause, as symbolized by a specific blade.
So you're saying what? I just sort of willed that power into existence somehow?
You harnessed magical power through intense mental focus. Wizards do every. If I'm right, you should be capable of unlocking additional abilities if you know the proper rituals and exercises. That book is a history of past weapons of legacy, and it can help you with that. Just ignore the notes I made in the margin where I tallied the number of times each legacy bearer is mentioned. I like counting things.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's up to all of us to save the world, right? I can't come with you, so this is how I can help.
I wish there had been more time to get to know you better.
There's never enough time. Every day, one after another, till we wake up, and it turns out that's the day our world ends. You have to do what you can, when you can, because who knows if tomorrow is even happening, you know? Now get on your flying boat and stop a crazy dwarf vampire from committing election fraud.
Yes, sir. Stop the steal.
Count those votes. A sneak peek of happenstances in the far-flung future.
The art is much better.
Oh, it is. Very much so. They have skin. But I wanted to bring this up specifically because I was rereading this whole comic, and worth it, and I forgot about this whole bit. So this guy Reckon, he comes in, of course, later. This is in 2016. So this whole page was made in dedication. So if I remember correctly, Rich Burlew, the author, I think he made a Kickstarter, and one of the goals or pledges, rewards that you could get was if you donated a certain amount, you'd get a cameo in the comic. And this guy, Reckon, ended up getting it. And he was actually a pretty active member of the community. He was in the forums. And one of the things that he noted, and it's why there was a joke there about him taking notes about the number of times one of the legacy bearers' names were mentioned. because his whole thing was that he actually made a list that counted how many times each character's name was mentioned in the comic that someone said their name. It's quite a few. And
This is you making it quick.
no, shush. Okay, this is important. Because the reason why this page was made is because Reckon had cancer and he died.
I don't care.
This page came out. It was dedicated to him. It was very sweet. It was emotional. Fuck you.
How heartfelt. Rest in peace.
Do you guys remember when Hulk Hogan recorded a song called "The World Just Lost Another Hulkamaniac" to a Hulkamaniac fan that died of cancer?
Oh no!
It's well worth listening to that song. That song is amazing.
I kind of want to. That shall be our outro music. DMCA be damned. And say goodbye, boys.
Goodbye, boys.
Bye.
Put in the arms of an angel.
Fuck you.